according to John 1:12, he becomes a child of God or a son of God, and God becomes his father. He enters into a relationship with God. And when that person sins, his relationship with God is not broken because he's a child. Father-son relationship cannot be broken by some sin on the part of that son. But his fellowship with God is broken. So there is a difference between relationship and fellowship. Relationship can never be undone, but fellowship can be broken. Fellowship is intimacy with the Father. And the solution to that problem is 1 John 1:9, that is, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. So when a believer sins and when he confesses his sins before the Lord graciously forgives him and his fellowship with God is restored. So that is what happens when a believer sins. His salvation is not lost. His relationship with God is not broken, but his fellowship and intimacy with God is affected. He cannot pray. He cannot come into God's presence. He cannot face God. He loses the joy of salvation and he wants to hide from the presence of God. But when he confesses his sins and his sin question is settled again, then he comes back into that fellowship that he had lost because of sin, and he is restored back into fellowship with God, and he is able to continue his intimate walk with God. So that is what the New Testament teaches about a believer and sin.